Hey everybody, old Roger D here on Channel Downstar, hopefully still on the air. As you probably know, I've had a little issue with the last video, which, yeah, it actually, I gotta be honest, actually, this is a future video shown now in the past, because I did some other videos before this incident happened, and I wanted to kind of talk about it in this video. So I watched this, and then I'm putting it as number 10, even though I think it's like number 15 or 16. Anyway, we're watching the B-movie teen classic, Teenagers from Outer Space. Boy, I had a hard time staying awake through this one. Let me tell you, jeez. Before I get into this, yeah, I didn't have a copyright issue. I had a inappropriate content issue. For some reason, YouTube dropped my last review, which was the atomic submarine. Maybe it has something to do with being atomic that was inappropriate. Ooh, scaring the public. But yeah, it was just taken down, and I got a small strike. It's not a big strike. I could still post long videos and all that other stuff. It's just that I can't do streaming. Why? I don't understand their guidelines and how they decide what goes on. I was talking to someone, and I said, I think this is all just done bots, all robots. They're just seeing things or picking people out of the barrel, and just for no reason putting these bans on them, because I have no idea why they would take away me, an old man talking about a 1959 B movie. But they did. So what I did, if you notice, I had re-edited that video just in case. I don't think the antennae, just in case, because maybe it was a copyright issue, but they didn't tell me it was a copyright issue. They said it was inappropriate. But anyway, I didn't have much. Like I says, I'm not going to be putting much footage or stills from the movies in here, even though I'd like to. They make better presentations than just a talking head. But I took all those out and just put myself, as I am like now, just talking, and threw it up there. And we're going to see if that stays or if that gets a strike, because it's essentially the same thing minus all the photographs and 3 or 4 seconds of footage I threw up there with it. If you're seeing this, that's good. My channel hasn't been shut down yet. And if it is, and if you're reading this, if at any time my channel kind of gets blocked or shut down, go to my other channel, my game channel, Gameplay, Downstar Gameplay. I'll have the link in the bottom thing. But you should have it already linked up in your favorites. But that's where I'll continue to post updates on my channel and what's going on. So we're going to see what happens with this right now. It's the afternoon. I just, like I said, re-uploaded Atomic Submarine Review without the abridged version. And we'll see how that goes for a couple hours and see if it gets taken down. In the meantime, I had watched Teenagers from Outer Space, which is a movie I'm not going to talk much about because there's nobody in it that I know. There's no famous director that I know that did it. It's one of those really, this is a really, this, the entire thing is like ADR'd, which means that they redubbed or they dubbed voices over the film once the film was completely shot. And the sync is off, the sound sync is off, the voices don't seem to match. The woman in here sounds like she's like 12 years old. Oh, gee, Daddy or Grandpa. And it's very laughable. It's very laughable. It's about these teenage aliens that come down to Earth to basically terraform the Earth with these Gorgons, something like that. These tiny little creatures, well, they're not tiny, but these small little creatures from their planet, because our atmosphere and with them eating the people from our planet will grow to enormous size, so then they can come back and take those giant creatures and essentially use them for their food, not caring at all about the Earth. Well, there's supposedly this thing going on their planet, kind of a rebellion, I guess, where this book is made, and there's one outer space teenager who's like, we shouldn't really just kill people, you know, we should try to find another place. And they think he's turned against the government of the aliens, the outer space government, and he escapes, and then he's trying to fit in with the humans. And he meets up with this girl and her grandfather who has a room for rent. And then the evil alien is searching for him. And he's got this ray gun that as soon as it hits you, it turns you instantly into skeletons, which is kind of funny. It's kind of cool, you know, for the 50s, for driving fair. You know, no one was watching this. Everybody was making out in their car. The music is all library music. A lot of it's from the original Night of the Living Dead, 68's Night of the Living Dead. Romero used a lot of this music in that movie. So that was kind of cool just to hear that in a different movie. And then the creatures, you know, that are in the famous cave, the B-movie cave that is used in all these movies. It Conquered the World and Plan 9, and it's a famous cave. I can't think of what it's called right now, but it's the creatures in there, and it gets out, and it's a lobster. It's just a lobster. That's the creature, and it's a lobster being held up from its tail by a hand that you kind of don't see. They kind of do some special effect where you don't see it. But it's like up on its hind tail, and it's got its claws, claws out there, and people are shooting at it, and it falls, and then people get eaten, and I'll just give it away. The good alien basically figures out a way to use the Earth electricity to enhance his gun and his ray gun, and then he kills the lobster. And then the bad aliens come back, and they're still going to go along with their plan, but he decides to make the grand sacrifice and destroy all the ships, and thus the end of the movie. It's just very, 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 I swear, near the middle, I was just like dozing, and I was like, I gotta see how they kill this creature. What's gonna happen at the end? The last like 10-15 minutes, I was fighting, not falling asleep. Anyway, so that's this quickie review of the B-movie Halloween, B-movie 31 Days of Halloween for October 2016. Teenagers from Outer Space. See it if you're brave enough. See it if you just want a good laugh. Beer and pizza and popcorn. If you got a few friends over, you'll laugh your ass off at it, really, because it's very, very. It's not at all like Atomic Submarine, which was pretty classy. It's pretty damn bad. So anyway, old Roger D on Channel Downstar, hopefully still around, and we'll see you in our next review, which will be an older one. So yeah. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. post.